All right, guys. I can't believe it. It's round six. I mean, it feels like a blink of an eye that I started my first round. And some of the people in our actual group, the veterans, hi Dana, that I've added in there have been with me since the first round. So it's pretty special that there's still a large percentage of my original clients from Gut Protocol still doing it. For me, that is definitely it gives me a lot of pride, and it shows me that this really works because people are sticking to it. I have to be honest, and I've said this on Instagram many times, that before this program, I was falling short on helping people get results. Like, I was getting results, but people were not sticking to portion fix for whatever reason. And I found it so easy, but I feel like even though it was structured, it was not structured enough. So it left too much for, oh, I'm just gonna replace, a yellow and have 37 drinks tonight. And then it was just this, it was this, I'm eating good for a few days and then falling off the wagon. And this, I think with this program, it has such strict guidelines that it's allowing people to really stay in a box and win and create and actually feel good, because there's more sustainability. So welcome to round six. I've been doing this since end of March. I'm more in the maintenance. I want to reel it back in because I'm running a lot, and I know that if I have my nutritionist dialed in, it's just gonna help me perform better. So for me, it's more of that performance based, but I do know that the feeling energy and alive and the clarity is still something that it's incredible. It's just incredible how what we're eating is affecting the way that we feel every single day. So what you can expect from me is I'm gonna show up every day and I'm gonna pour mental, edge stuff, like mindset stuff, helping you really identify those nasty thoughts that I call them gremlins, the ones that are telling you that you can't do this, the ones that tell you that it's not worth it, that it's taking too long. Those are all lies, and you need to learn to identify them. That is part of growth, is identifying those thoughts and telling them no, and then creating different thoughts. This is what I'm learning with my business coach. So what I'm learning in my business mastermind, I am literally turning it around and just giving it to you. So the benefit of my investment in me, you're getting it too. So it's going to be something different than probably you've ever done before, where we're just talking about fitness. I actually don't talk about fitness at all. And fitness is my favorite thing in the whole world. I don't even talk about fitness, because if your mind is not right, you are not going to show up as your most beautiful self every single day. So that's what you can expect from me, is my food pictures. Also follow me on Instagram, because I post my reels and I post my food pictures. The mindset, I'm going to share videos with you that really impact me, and just in the hopes that you really start to appreciate yourself, love yourself, and know that you deserve to feel great every single day. I will tell you like it is. I don't say it in a mean way. I believe that delivery is everything, but I am gonna call you on your bullshit. I am not going to like, the excuses don't fly with me. Like, it's just do it. Okay. So I'm gonna try to take those excuses. Like, I'm very in tune to words, and then help you create a different belief, like that you can do it. So growth is gonna happen no matter what, and I will hold you accountable. I am going to support you. I will mentor you through the whole thing. I'm also going to help you set realistic expectations. Okay. This is not a diet. Okay, this is not a diet. This is a lifestyle. This is something that potentially, in my head, the way I see it, this is something that you're going to do for the rest of your life. So right now, just know, and I'll say this a lot this coming week, this week will be the hardest week. Just know that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is the week. Even I felt overwhelmed when I started the first week. I was like, oh my God, and the list and the ingredients are different than what I was used to. And I don't know, am I tracking? And plus I was cooking for me and my husband. So I felt like I was like, oh my God, in a daze for like 4 days. But you know what? You settle into it. And if you give yourself grace and you understand that the overwhelm is part of the process and it's natural to feel like nervous and anxious about something new, what I want you to know is that you can do this. And it's a decision to say, hold on, I feel overwhelmed. Why? Because I don't fully understand. Okay, cool. We're just gonna do our best. And we're gonna get through the first week. That is my goal. I'm not thinking about 30 days from now. I'm thinking about how we get through for the first week. And you guys get to that through the first weekend successfully and start to feel great. And then it's all like uphill from there. Like literally, it is all uphill from there. Getting through that first weekend is just the hardest one, especially if you like to go out and drink on the weekends, because you have to set that mindset. The way I see it, I've done it several times where I'll go, I've gone 100 days when I did 80-day obsession of no drinking, and the first weekend is always the hardest because you're like, my husband's having cocktails and my friends are having cocktails and I can't. It's just that mindset of, if I can just get through today, everything's gonna be fine. I'll deal with tomorrow, but I just need to get through today. And how proud am I gonna feel when I say no and I stay true to my plan, and I'll deal with what's coming then. So that's what all the things you're gonna get from me. You're gonna get Thankful Thursdays every Thursday. We're gonna focus on creating wins and celebrating ourselves and being thankful. Okay, so that's what you get from me. It's a lot. I try to over deliver on value. I want you to get results. I want you to feel amazing. So it's up to me to guide you. Okay, so what you need to get started, if I'm gonna share again in the group, in the chat, the image of the calendar of all the things that need to get done between now and Monday. But so you need to look at that. You need to go into Beachbody On Demand and watch all the videos for 4-week gut protocol. Okay, they're all there. Just watch them in sequence. They're about 5 minutes each. You can just listen. You don't have to watch anything. Just listen. Download and print the food list. This is the key. And one of my girls, Stacy, posted that she still has her taped to her refrigerator. I just had mine stapled and I would walk around with them. You need them. Maybe print 2 of them. Put one in your purse, especially if you work and you're outside of the home. Put one in your purse. Put the other one somewhere where you can see it in your kitchen, because you are going to be referring back to those things a lot, especially the first week. You need that. That is the Bible. Those are the things you can eat. If it's not on those lists, you can't have it, period. That's just the way it works, okay? So print your list. Or you can take a snapshot. Take a picture of it so you have it on your phone. And that way you have it with you at all times. Depends how everybody works differently, but make sure you have it. Make sure you calculate what calorie bracket you fall into. So that's also one of the videos in the 4-week gut protocol explains how to do that. There's also a document that you can download and print that shows the formula written out. Just do that and have that so you know it's either plan A through plan F, I believe. And in my bod group, except for plan D, because for whatever reason I had never created that one, I do have a sample container distribution. So just make sure you look at that. One thing I will ask is, I obviously am a wealth of knowledge. I've been doing these containers for a very long time, but I want you to be proactive. I believe that you learn by doing, you learn by figuring it out. So when you have a question, like if you have the list with you and you're like, oh my gosh, where does avocado fall? But the list, refer to the list. You have the list. This is the kind of things I mean about being proactive. Like instead of asking in the group and having someone else do the research for you, like Google it or go to the videos and look at it, or refer back to the documents that Autumn has given us so that you can learn it, because you learn by doing. So accept responsibility for your journey. That to me is super important, because to succeed, the work has to be done by you. I'm here to guide you, but you have to do the work. Okay, so you can follow Autumn as well on Instagram. She has a lot of reels on food and food ideas and a lot of tips and stuff. So she's also very helpful. Make sure you have the app on your phone, because there's a tracker. The tracker is for Portion Fix. I use it anyway because I like to track on my phone. Now you can print you can print paper, you can and check off when you do your containers, whatever works for you, but just make sure you're tracking. Knowing is half the battle. You need to know, because when people tell me, yeah, but I'm feeling really tired still, or I feel like I'm not losing weight, my first question is going to be, are you getting all your containers in? Are you tracking what you're eating? Don't tell me you think. Like, you have to know. You invested this money, know that you're doing it, know that you're getting your food in. It's important that we learn that our bodies need fuel. It's like a car. I see my body as a Porsche. That's my favorite luxury car. If a Porsche needs premium fuel to run properly, so does my body. That's the way I see it. We're not here to cut calories. We're not here to stop eating carbs. That's not what we do. We just track our containers, we get our food in, and we do the best we can. Take your pictures, very important. I will, Katrina, I have to see if I can send Connie, because I have a customer onboarding thing, but I do have some links that show you how to properly take pictures. So I'll get that to you, or maybe I'll just post it in the chat, because you want a good lighting. Make sure that you're wearing clothes where you can see your body. You don't have to be in a bikini. You don't have to, please don't do the underwear thing, guys. The underwear thing to me is like a little disturbing. Put on like a pair of shorts, a tank top, and just take pictures with good lighting. Another thing that is really, really, really helpful is if you have a pair of pants or jean shorts that maybe don't fit, put them on and take pictures and do like a video where you're just like turning, like maybe every 3 seconds you turn, so that at the end of the thing you can put them back on and see. That is a visual that changes the game. And for me as a coach, I need that documentation. And I will ask you for pictures every week. Like Connie knows, Dana knows. I'm like, every week I need your pictures. I need your pictures. So it's important that you have a documentation of your start, because you're going to look back and be like, oh, wow. I'll give you an example. My niece, my husband's niece, Janina, every time I ask her for pictures, she says the same thing to me. She's lost 40 pounds, by the way. She's like, I don't see a difference. I'm like, Janina, you've lost 40 pounds. Let me put your pictures together. And then she's like, oh my God, look at that. I'm like, the pictures are what really, I'm going to show you that you are making huge progress. So don't let your mind mess with you. Okay, so what are we eliminating? And this is part of the Autumn's videos. Alcohol, no alcohol. Alcohol is a huge trigger for your gut, believe it or not. And I didn't know this, but it takes 21 days to build up this one kind of bacteria that alcohol kills. That's 21 days it takes to get it back. So we're not doing alcohol of any kind. Coffee, limiting it to 3 times a week. Sugar, limiting to 10 grams per day. This one is going to take a lot of intentionality. And there will be mistakes. I've made mistakes throughout the journey because it's hard. Make sure that we'll go through the labels, but that means that you got to limit sweeteners. You got to limit the things that are in the food. The packaged foods we're eating have a lot of sugar. You got to read labels. So make sure you're very in tune to that. No gluten, no dairy, no preservatives, no corn. You know what? I didn't write that here. Let me add that. No corn. Corn is actually really bad for you, and everything seems to have corn these days. So make sure that you're looking at the labels and stuff like that. Everybody understands that, right? Okay. And it's not as difficult as you think, really. It's just a matter of getting used to buying better ingredients, whole ingredients, natural stuff that will actually, if you're eating really natural stuff, you're not going to be eating any of that stuff anyway. The first week, no raw vegetables. If you're like not a veggie eater at all, or anybody, Katrina, do you eat vegetables? Yeah. Okay, because that's more, the no raw vegetables for the first week is more for people who are like, don't eat vegetables at all. Because raw vegetables have more nutrients. It could cause like discomfort, gasiness, stuff like that. Just try to limit it just in case, because we're going to be eating a lot more than usual. So no salads the first week, stuff like that. We'll incorporate that week 2. Fermented foods, something I never thought of before. Fermented foods help with the gut and the lining and the good bacteria that we need. So that's like pickled onions, cabbage kraut, which I love. I'll drop the name of the one that I eat. It's not super bitter, it's not really tart, it's mild, and it's amazing. You can put it on everything, and it has a beautiful color. 3 times per week, fermented foods. Kombucha is fermented. There's a bunch of stuff, but you got to figure out where you're going to put that, but make sure that that's something in the back of your mind that you're incorporating. Planning is key. The key. Autumn says it like in every workout, every day. If you don't plan, you plan to fail. Especially when you're doing something new like this that you're not used to. You need to plan. Have an idea of how you're gonna set up your meals, especially the first week. I personally, I'm like a fly by the seat of my pants. I like to be like, I don't know if you guys watch Top Chef on Bravo, but I love Top Chef. So I'm like, look at my refrigerator. I'm like, what can I invent today? And I grab stuff and I make bowls and just throw a bunch of stuff on the plate and boom, it looks pretty. But if you're working outside the home, obviously that's not an option for you. You're going to have to prep. You're going to have to take your food with you. You're going to have to know what you're doing the following day. That's something you're going to figure out this week. Okay, so it would be easy for me to tell you just eat this, but you don't learn like that. I think this is part of the process, is learning that my husband and I learned that we like bowls. We like to eat everything in a bowl because you can throw everything in there and mix it up and it tastes amazing. Some people don't like that. They like a piece of chicken with some broccoli and rice. That to me is boring. So, you got to figure that out, and you learn that by doing it. Okay, the shopping. If you look at my Instagram, I have some of my favorites from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is the best value. They have a lot of great stuff. I have some of my gut healthy finds. If you go through my Instagram and my Reels section, you'll find them. I don't suggest doing what I did the first time I did this program, that I went to Trader Joe's and bought everything. Don't do that, because the food goes bad. It's better to buy like 3 or 4 or 5 different vegetables, buy oatmeal and rice, because that's really from one of the carbs, the yellows, those are the only 2 you're going to be able to eat. So just buy brown rice and buy oatmeal, then get like some sweet potatoes, and then bread is not allowed, by the way. Even if it's gluten-free, bread is not allowed.
Oh, okay.
Buy some vegan protein options. Shakeology is one, but then you need like beans or edamame. So just buy a couple options so that the first few days you can play around with it, and then you can make a decision on what else you want to expand to. Because I bought way too much, and by the end of the week I was like, oh my god, all these things are gonna go bad, and then I was scrambling to cook all this food. So I would suggest just buying a certain amount, 3 to 4 ingredients from each of the food groups, and then figuring out a plan based on that.
Okay.
I wouldn't go too crazy with the 30 ingredients of a week, because then you'll end up buying 30 things and it's too much. So let's keep it simple the first week. Let's keep it manageable. And then from there you can expand. I do have some hacks that you guys, palmini is amazing. Palmini is heart of palm, right? It's bowl pasta made from heart of palm. And they have it at Trader Joe's and many other health food stores. They probably have it everywhere. And when we eat pasta, gluten-free pasta, since you can only get a little yellow container, which is plenty for me, I make palmini and I mix it with the pasta, and my husband and I love it. So it adds volume to your food, and it's a vegetable. The same with miracle noodles. It's another pasta hack that's made out of some kind of Asian root, and it's a little slimier. Palmini feels more like pasta. From Trader Joe's, another thing that I found that makes life so much easier is the frozen brown rice. They come in little packs. It's 3 minutes in the microwave, and it comes out perfect every time. Where I know that it's hard to make brown rice properly. It's either too hard or it gets too mushy. So if you just buy the frozen ones, it has like 3 servings. 3 servings. So you don't have to worry about it. It's easy. So I would suggest just buying the frozen ones. It has like 3 servings. So if you just buy the frozen ones, it has like 3 servings. So if you just buy the frozen ones, it has like 3 servings. So So you can
Oh,
make one
wow.
batch,
Okay.
pack it, and then you have for 2 more days, you have brown rice already made. Yeah, those are my definitely my hacks. Make sure that you're reading your labels. You're gonna become a ninja food, what is it? A food label ninja. That's what everybody calls it. Look for the added sugars. You're gonna be mind blown when you see how much added sugar there is, even if you buy frozen vegetables. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
They throw it into everything. So you have to look at what it says. Some stuff has sugar, like let's say the pasta sauce, spaghetti sauce. Try not to eat that too often. That has a certain level of sugars, like Raos, RAOS is the one that I buy. It has like 3 grams of sugar, but it doesn't have added sugar. And that's what you're looking for, is the added, because now it has natural sugar. Now they're adding more to it. You don't want that. That's going to cut into your 10 grams a day. So learn to read the labels, make wise decisions. If there's preservatives with, 20 letters, don't buy that. Obviously, some
Okay.
things in there that your body does not need, so don't buy that. Okay, so that's important. Ask questions in the group, please. Don't, this is a judgment zone. We're all learning from each other. That way everyone gets the benefit of my answer. We're here to support each other, to grow and to learn. So please don't be embarrassed. Just ask your questions, tag me, and I'll direct it to everybody. Shakeology, my suggestion for that is to replace the meal that you have the most trouble with. So if breakfast is a problem for you because you're rushed, do that. There's recipes. Mine is a meal. I do, and I have a real how I make mine. I make it like ice cream, or like a frosty, not really ice cream. I can share that with you. It's also on my page. I add spinach to it. So that's you're drinking your veggies. You can add spinach. My favorite is spinach. You can add cauliflower. I do not like the cauliflower, but some people like it. And zucchini makes it super smooth, like silky smooth. So that's just for extra greens. So if you're having issues getting in your greens throughout the day, throw more veggies in your shake and just drink it. It's that to me is like a no-brainer. Let's see, your workouts. Definitely get your workouts in. Print your tracker sheets. Just as important that you're tracking your food, track your workouts, because I will suggest doing a second round of this program. I'm actually doing it now because I'm training for a marathon, and the workouts are no impact, but that doesn't mean they're easy. But you want to push yourself, so make sure you're tracking your weights and that you're writing down how you feel. So when you do round 2, you can then see progress. Okay, let's see. I already talked about bowls, talked about tracking your food. My Instagram, always check my stuff because I'm always sharing what I'm eating and my new ideas. And there's also a lot of accounts that I follow, mainly vegan ones, and I look at the recipes and I examine it. If there's something in there that is not vegan or not part of the gut health program, I just replace it with something that is. But Instagram is a wealth of like recipes. It's amazing how many accounts have like amazing food. Just whatever you like that you see, that they're mainly simple ones, just save it and then make it. And maybe if you like it, you can make a big batch of it and then have it every other day. Okay, so let's talk about the scale real fast. So the scale, I don't recommend weighing yourself every day. There's two ways of looking at the scale. Some people look at it as a tool, some look at it as a weapon. Personally, for me, the scale's a weapon. So I don't like to weigh myself every day because why am I gonna do something that messes with my head?
Right.
Right?
I agree.
If it messes with your head, don't weigh yourself every day. Remember, if this is a lifetime process and you're doing this because you want to feel your best, the scale is not the only measurement of success. And that's another thing I want to teach you is when we celebrate non-scale victories, it's the fact that you feel great, that you're working out every day, that you're tracking your food, you have more energy, maybe you have regular bowel movements now, or your bloating is gone. I want us to look at those things. Because the scale will lie to you, especially at the beginning. The scale is unreliable. Your body is going to freak out the first couple of weeks. So what are you gonna do if you're tracking your weight every single day and you start to gain weight? Are you gonna give up?
Yeah.
Those are the moments where you have to be like, no, stop. This is not productive. This is going against what I'm trying to create. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be patient with my body. I actually didn't weigh myself at all the first round. Only because I had given up for Lent because that's how bad it is for my head. I only tracked my day one, and then I didn't weigh myself until the end. So after Easter, and I lost 7 pounds, and I was like, where did I have 7 pounds to lose? Like, it was unbelievable that it just, I felt so good that I wasn't worried about the scale. The scale is not accurate most of the time. It doesn't reflect all the work that you're putting in. So please don't weigh yourself every single day. Maybe once a week. And if you really want to just have a clear mindset, wait until the end. But it should not dictate the way you do things. It should not dictate whether the plan is working or not. Give your body time to adjust to what is happening. This is going to be a change, and your body is going to freak out at first, but then it will adjust. Believe me, it will adjust. And then what to expect? What do I expect from you? I expect you to participate in the group and to share your pictures. And when you're having a bad day, I want you to be open and confident enough. I'm vulnerable enough to share it, and let me mentor you through it, and let the group help you through it. I want you to take weekly pictures, and I want you to send them to me. I want to know how you're feeling. When I ask, about celebrations and Thankful Thursday, I want you guys to really participate, because this is part of the process. And I feel really convicted that the more we celebrate the wins and celebrate progress, that is what makes you happy to keep going, and understand that this is a forever thing, not a diet. And I need your testimonials, because this is my business, and your success shows that I'm not the only one that this works for. That's why I'm so excited, because I see you guys winning, and people are like, oh wait, she's not the only one losing. We're not the only one that has made progress. There's other people that are making progress too. This works. And together we can impact our communities. Together we can create change in other people. So I need you guys to jump in with me, lock arms with me. And then most of all, enjoy the journey. Let's just take it day by day. Right now, it's prep. This weekend, sit down, really get your mind set, maybe create a meal plan. Like for breakfast, this is what I'm gonna eat the first day. Think about it. And I'm gonna, just before I open it to questions, I'm just gonna let you into my brain on how I set up my meals, because it's really not as hard as you probably think it is. It's just a matter of adapting. So what I do is, and if you look in the BOD group, I'll share the link to the BOD group. I have some PDF files there that show you how I distribute containers. Okay, for me, it's about doing it equally throughout the day. So what I do is, every meal, I'm in Plan C. Okay, so Plan C is obviously the third one. It's about 2,000 calories a day. Every meal I set up the same way. So 2 greens, right? 2 vegetables, a carb, a protein, and an oil, a spoon. Every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Same, is distributed the same exact way. If you're in Plan B, it could be 1 green, 1 protein, 1 vegetable, and a cooking oil. Now the fruit is in my shake, so I have that as my second, my mid-morning meal or whatever. Babe, please. So if you just look at it like that, then it's just a matter of plug and play. So what are the vegetables that I'm gonna throw into breakfast? Okay, I'm gonna have sweet potato today, and I'm gonna have eggs. It's just eggs, sweet potato, vegetables. It's not hard. It's just plug and play into the holes and add an ingredient in there. Lunch, for me, lunch is always vegan. For me, it's easier. My kids don't eat the stuff for dinner, so it's easier for me to do it for my own lunch, leave the protein for dinner. So I'll do, yesterday I did edamame. I did broccoli slaw, which I love. Broccoli slaw you can eat in so many different ways. You can eat it raw or cooked. I love it Even my kids love it. So it's an Asian take, edamame, broccoli sauce, rice. 2 servings of broccoli slaw, or I did mushrooms and broccoli slaw, brown rice, edamame. There you go. And a cooking oil. Super easy. It's not complicated. Dinner, same thing. I had rice, I had chicken, and chicken a la king, which is my friend made it. It's amazing. It's in the gut health protocol recipes section. The sauce is made out of cauliflower. So it's all vegan, all gut protocol, delicious. And salad. I filled all the gaps right there. So it's not hard. It's just having a plan. Okay. All right. Questions? Don't be shy. Oh, and have some goals too. Have goals, but realistic ones. Because remember, our bodies are supposed to lose. Healthy is like 1 to 2 pounds a week. Some people lose it faster than others, but you know, let's be realistic here. This is not eat vegetables one day and have shredded abs the next. That's not the way it works.
I'll start with the questions. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. So I know that we can't have more than 10 grams of sugar on a daily basis. Now, I take Shakeology and Energize. That would probably be the only sugar I can have during the day, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we're not counting the 10 grams of added sugar, is the whatever sugar anything has. So Shakeology would be 5, and then the Energize is 3. I'm around 8. Can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Or choose to not do Energize and do honey and everything. Okay.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly. Yeah, and don't do 2 scoops of Energize. Because that throws you already. I did that one day by accident, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't realize that it had that much sugar."
Okay, perfect. And then the second question I had is, I noticed that we can use mixers with Shakeology, and it talks about 8 ounces of either almond milk or coconut drink milk. But then on the coffee side or the tea side, it says no more than 2 tablespoons a day. So is that including the 8 ounces, or that's that's the part that confused me?
Yeah. So I make my shake with water. I've never used any kind of milk for it. I just don't. I think to me it's wasted calories.
Yeah,
for me.
Exactly.
I think it's probably either or. I don't think it's an and, because that's already a lot more yeah, a lot more calories. And I have to see because they've changed where the milks fall. And obviously it's not dairy milk, it's oat milk or whatever. It used to be a yellow, but I think now they're spoons. So I need to research that, but I don't think you could do both. I wouldn't do both, personally. I wouldn't do both.
And I had started to give up coffee, which I did already, to get rid of those headaches before I started next week.
Okay.
But I did notice that when I added almond milk to my matcha, I got bloated. So
there you go.
So then I'll probably just get rid of any type of milk substitute for that part.
Okay,
and just,
there you go.
Tough it out.
That's the kind of stuff, guys, that I want you to become aware of. Is Connie's been doing this for a little bit. Dana's been doing it for quite some time, right? Like 3 months already. Those are the things that you gotta be aware of, because if you are eating something over and over and over again, and you're like, oh, I don't understand, why am I so bloated? Like every time I eat cauliflower, I'm like, what is happening right now? I ate cheese on Sunday. I was bloated for 2 days. For a little bit of cheese, but I haven't been eating cheese. So, these are the things that you're like, okay, well, now I know moving forward that if I choose to have this thing that I know is causing me bloating or gassiness or constipation, I'm choosing this, because you can't unknow it. You can't unknow it. That is the kind of awareness that I want you to have, and the kind of decision making. Is it really worth it? If I'm gonna pay for it later, is it really worth it?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Dana, you were gonna say something?
Oh, talking about the Shakeology. In the beginning, I was putting almond milk in there just because I thought it would taste chalky from, experience with prior protein shakes. So I think it was 2 weeks in, because, I got frustrated because I kept plateauing and I wasn't dropping any weight. And I was, you know, you would hear me through messages to you, how I was
Yeah.
so frustrated because I wasn't the scale. I hate the scale.
Yeah.
But I took the almond milk out and it actually tastes, I do the cookies and cream and it
Yes.
tastes great with water. Just water is
Yes.
fine.
Yeah. I do water only.
Mhm.
Lots of spinach, lots of
Yeah.
ice, because I make it like a frosty. But for me, the cookies and creamy is like a dessert every day that I get to have.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you for that. I just think we need to really hone in on these things that, you know, we don't need to have, that could be causing undue discomfort. Yeah. Anything else? I'm excited. I'm excited. Just
Trader
please,
Joe's. I follow
Trader
Trader
Joe's.
Joe's. I love that place. I used to be Safeway and QFC, but I go to Trader Joe's a lot because they have a lot
Yes.
more, I guess, health options.
Yes,
I
they
like their
have
variety there.
their they have great stuff. Like I love their chicken sausage. You just have to check the labels, because anything that has apple or says sweet, you know, is gonna have added sugars. I love spicy food, so the jalapeno one is amazing. Their jicama wraps, you can make tacos out of the jicama wraps.
So
What
good.
else do they have? I love butternut squash. They have those zigzags, which they're cute. You know, they look like crinkle fries. You can throw them in the air fryer. Their salmon is amazing. We can only eat red meat once a week, and red meat is not just beef. Okay, so you got to read the list. Red meat encompasses pork and something else. There's some other stuff that we don't really eat that much, but their filet mignons, if you're gonna have a treat and you're gonna have red meat once a week, their filet mignons are amazing. Their chicken is amazing. It's just high quality. The pricing is good. Their eggs are like the yolks. I'm an egg fanatic. Like, I love eggs. I wish I could eat eggs all day long. They're like orange. Just really, really good stuff. Their spices. What else do I buy there? Well, the rice, the beans, their spices are good. What else was it that I buy there? Oh, the frozen fruit. If you know, I like actually my oatmeal, I get the frozen berries and I microwave them and it turns into like a syrup, and then I throw that on my oatmeal. They just really, it's cost effective.
And you said, Becky, that you have a reel, right, of the things that you like to purchase at
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'll look
Just
into
gonna
that.
have to go back a little bit
Sure.
because, you know, it's been a while, but I have one in there about my favorite finds, like for each
Okay.
food group, and then I have one about condiments that I like, because I'm a sauce
Okay.
person. Like, I love
Yeah.
sauces, I love condiments. If you're gonna do mayos, like Primal Kitchen has
Yeah.
a bunch of different flavored mayos. Those count as a teaspoon. My spicy mayo recipe, I have it pinned on my profile. That is
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Yeah.
One
Yeah.
teaspoon is a teaspoon. So you can't like just throw the whole batch on there,
Yeah.
but it's amazing. That's probably one of my favorite things that I discovered this whole time. And
I also did your recipe for the pickled onions, which is very easy.
super
And
easy.
now it's a staple. Yes.
Those are
Yes.
good.
And you can put that on everything too. Mexican food, you can put it on bowls. Yeah.
Wow.
I actually need to make a new batch. But the cabbage kraut is also equally, I mean, they taste different. So I'll share with you guys that photo, but you definitely need to have that in your life.
Yep.
All right. Is that it?
Mhm.
Oh, we made good time today. The last call was like an hour. Can we do?
People too.
All right. So I'm here. I'm your resource. I'm here to help. Please don't hold back from asking questions in the group, and just make sure you take your pictures this weekend. Document your scale. Document if you have a you know, like a measuring thing. Measuring tape is not like a construction one. It's the seamstress one.
Yeah.
Take your measurements, and let's just get ready to start. All I know is that this is gonna change your life if you let it, right? Don't resist it. Our minds are tricky. Our minds don't like change. Our minds don't like us doing things that are different. So you need to become aware of the things your mind is telling you, because it's all lies. is all lies. You can do this and you deserve it. All right.
Okay.
Okay, Becky, I think Katrina did request
Oh,
for
yeah.
the Gut Health New Challenger welcome in BOD.
Okay,
So you
I'll
wanna
go
just
in there
approve it?
today.
Yeah, okay,
I'll do it
perfect.
now.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
great. I'm excited.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we do like a boomerang?
Oh, great. I can't just put me on.
All right. All right, just do something. I don't know, move a little bit. All right, I got it. All right, guys, let's do this. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. And if you have anybody else that is interested, and you know, send them my way or Connie's way
perfect.
in her instance. But we're here to do this, and Dana too. Dana, get your sister involved.
I know, right? I have to. Gosh.
Trying to get my
Thank
Just like I
you.
was telling you about what it's done for my mental, just how it's improved my mental well-being.
That's
She's
what you
kind of
need.
going through where I was when I first started. So, and I
And
can't
that's
believe I
what
didn't even see that until you mentioned that yesterday.
you need to
So-
think about those things, like how are my results, have
Yeah.
it changed my life, how it can change somebody else's life. And if she's feeling like that, you know, and you can focus on this, take your mind off of whatever's going on and put it on this that can change the direction of how you feel. I wasn't in a good space either when I started, and it took completely, just because I jumped in and said, you know what, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna be a beginner again, and I'm gonna focus on this, it changed everything for me. So
Yeah.
that's a powerful transformation in itself.
Truly is.
Truly.
All right, guys. Happy
Okay.
Saturday.
Thank you.
Happy
Bye.
Thank
Saturday.
you.
Let's do this.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.